So this video is about the importance of going back to the original source codes of who it is that you are channeling and connecting with. Now, going to go straight in from the top here, or rather the bigger picture. So we all understand and know that we are part of the oneness consciousness, right? We are one. So everything is a reflection of you. You know, if whoever you see out there, if it's a powerful teacher or a shaman, they're you know what I mean? Because you recognize in them what is in you. If you see or connect with a god or goddess on your altar, they are also you because they understand that you are them. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, that was the worst grammar ever, but like, you are them, you are they. But you get the idea. And it's all understanding that we are oneness wisdom. Now, that all starts to tie into the understanding of union and, your masculine and feminine frequencies coming in. I mean, essentially, I believe that we're all twin flames, because if we're all of the heart of one and we're all a reflection of each other, if you go back to the original source codes of it all, meaning us, then we're all twin flames. We're all gods and goddesses. We're all this, we're all that. Do you know what I mean? So this is what this video is all about, is kind of taking it back to the very, very beginning, because we want to go to the source of consciousness. So we want to rewind these beings, whoever it is that you're channeling, to their most highest frequency. And it's quite interesting when you do this. And I'm going to give you some examples as to how I've worked it into my practice. Now, of course, when we channel, when we bring in these beings, we don't really bring them in, we bring them up. We bring our frequency up and up, because we understand if we want to speak to the Pleiadians, we need to pull that consciousness up within us, because we are an aspect of them. We have their codings. Same with the Arcturians. I mean, I know we say I'm a Pleiadian, or I'm a Sirius or whatever. We have more of a developed muscle, probably more of recent lifetimes in that star place, wherever you were born, as it were. But essentially, I think we've been like everywhere. So like details, labels. So let's keep it so super simple. We're all pulling from the same consciousness. We look for the same eyes that Jesus did. You know what I mean? It's oneness wisdom, right? So when we channel, we must understand and recognize ourselves as whole, that we are an ascended master walking, just as they are up in the ethers. We're no different. This is what Yeshua wanted to teach us, that the kingdom of heaven is within us. We're all worthy of it. We are the same as Yeshua. He even said to us, you can do so much more than I did. Do you know what I mean? So it's really understanding, embodying, and knowing the truth of who you are, that you're part of this whole thing. Because at the end of the day, when we talk about union and oneness, we're talking about as above, so below, so within, so without. As above, so below. You know what I'm saying? We are the cosmos. We are, Gaia. We're all of it. We're the trees, we're the birds, we're all of it, right? So once we start to acknowledge and understand that we are unconditional love, and we are loved by source, and we're part of this whole party, basically. Once we start to understand that, we come from a whole lot of whole, which means we really do tap into the universe. We really do tap into our higher beings. Now, when you channel your guides, and your streams of consciousness within, and you start to pull that connection in, when you come from a place of lack, the spirit or the frequency will only match you where you're at. So if you're only 60% downloaded, you're going to get a 60% quality of channel, right? And that's just the journey, isn't it? The more we get expanded, all of you, tell me out there. I mean, I'm not channeling like I used to. I used to really struggle. In fact, it used to be painful. Now I can just actually write a book through channeled writing. I can sit here, close my eyes, and tap into anything and any frequency, and it just comes. Whereas before, I used to try really hard. So that is indicative of this expansion in this now timeline, that we've all kind of done this. So our understanding that we are worthy and loved, and we are part of the whole, connects us deeply more into spirit and source, and we can hear more, we can sense more, we can feel more. Okay, so of course all your gifts and abilities come online more powerfully, and so on and so on. That's the ascension process. So the importance of the beings that you already work with, I mean, it can be quite a lot of fun, actually. And I'm going to share with you a couple of examples of taking them back to the beginning. So let's start with the playful light route, because I'm going to get a little bit heavier in a second about, anyway, let me just start with the playful light route. So let's talk about Hathor. So in the beginning, Marie would go to Egypt, and she would connect with Hathor, and she loved Hathor, and she would see Hathor in physical form in her physical temple in Dendera. And when I channeled her or tried to meditate with her in those days, I would try and visualize the physical thing, not really realizing that she was part of me, and kind of it was a little bit of a struggle. Now, over the years, okay, and the more connected I became with Hathor, because I came more connected with myself, She took me back. She said, right, take me out the temples. She took me back further. And she said, take me back to the original source code. So she took me back to Lemuria, which is landed the first time, even before Atlantis. It has been said, I believe this to be so. Remember, this is just the gospel according to Marie. We all had our first lifetimes in Lemuria as females, because that was the divine feminine encodements that came from the Pleiades, right? From the Pleiadian mothers. We all had to enter into Gaia with these, the baseline, I suppose the foundation being the divine feminine encodements. And then we work from there, right? So that was kind of like how it all started. Now, rewind, Hathor took me to Lemuria. Now, Lemuria, connected to the Pleiades, Hathor, 7 Hathors, 7 Pleiades. This is connected to the stars. Hathor is so stars, right? So she showed me over time how we just went back. So we went back we were in Gaia, we traveled from the temples back to Lemuria, and then she took me all the way to the stars. And then I started to connect with her here. And it's a completely different consciousness. And like, you will actually feel the shift and the change. You will get different messages, not better or anything like that, just different. So it's really important, I feel, to go back to the origin of any channel or frequency that you are pulling in. Now, the second example I want to give you is the Essenes. Now, the Essenes, I have individually channeled them for a long time. And a grandmother of Jesus. I know a lot of us out there are like, yeah, me too, club. Now, they showed me, okay, when I tapped into their consciousness, you know, as in like the Essenes, I would, if I do that, and if you do that, it comes with the earthly traumas and suffering that they suffered. So it's a different understanding of their frequency. It's a different kind of lightness, because I'm now communicating and connecting with the Essenes, of which I was one back then. But I'm connecting into that experience, which will have frequency of the stars, because they're also from the stars. But I'll also having a frequency of like their earthly experience as well, which is just a bit different. So I was actually tapping into another consciousness, and they're called the extended Essenes. Tapping into the extended Essenes gives me their original blueprint, template, frequencies, visions, ideas on a much more refined level before it came to the earth plane and they had to go through what they had to go through. You will understand any consciousness when it runs through the Gaia template to be different to any consciousness which has come straight from the stars. So it's like anything. You run Sirius through the Great Pyramid and then you receive that consciousness. It comes through a filter. You run yourself like directly with Sirius, it's going to feel different, right? So I really encourage you to go on that journey and go back to the original template of those beings, because that will assist you and help you to upgrade as well. Because remember, this is all to do with ascension. So we'll have a profound it will have a profound effect on your physical being as being a starseed incarnate, right? So now I want to actually bring in why it's really, 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 really important, because there's not all of you, but some of you out there are channeling through collectives because it's really important for the big mission you've got, which is to do with building the new Earth timeline. Now, not all of us have this. Not all of us are in construction, but I know a lot of you are on, you know, who are watching this video. So I'm just going to dive into that. So I've just recently started to tap into a new collective. Let me just rewind. I've had very, very, very painful upgrades since the month of January, and it's been in my ears. I call it the Great Pyramid upgrade, and my ears have just been blown out. It happened actually in the Great Pyramid physically last year. It's taken me the whole of that year to sort this right ear out. And then as I came into the New Earth timeline to January, this left one completely popped out, most excruciating pain ever. Now, the day that this cleared, these beings came through. Now, I sat there, and first of all, I was just like, okay, so who are these beings? They came in and they were the Shemsu Hor. Now, I'm going to do a whole video on the Shemsu Hor, completely different to this. But this is just to give you an idea. This is keeping in the realms here of keeping it on the origin source codes of who you're channeling. So in they come, the Shemsu Hor. Now, they are the followers of Horus. They call them the original kings. They were demigods. There's so much information on these beings, but they are architects, astronomers, very much connected with astronomers. They are here. They built the temples. They built the help build the pyramids, but they were very involved in that. They were there. Old Kingdom, way, 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 way before, even before I think Egypt, probably Atlantis. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information on this, but you get the idea. They were these demigods, gods in human form. Now they were all about construction. They helped build the human race, as did the Lyrans. So as I'm sat, these new beings come in once this ear cleared, and they're like, finally, we can talk to you. So I was like, hang on a minute, the Shemsu Hor. I kind of remember that you guys were a bit dodgy because I have a whole book on them that I read years ago. And they've been contacting me in my dreams, going, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I'm like, what do these guys want? So anyway, I had a conversation. I said, listen, before we continue, your reputation is a little bit shady. It's got a few patches we need to clean up before we kind of move forward. And they basically said, you know, the minority spoiled it for the majority. Now let's speak about the Anunnaki as well. Same thing. Okay. Certain beings were given bad press because, you know, like there was a lot of stuff that went off, even to do with the twin flames that upheld the frequency in Atlantis. A lot of them got corrupted, actually went over to the other side, which is why why twin flame frequencies hold so much guilt. What I call the front runners. Okay, so there's like the front line of twin flames. You know, they were the ones who kind of like held the what's the word? Upheld the boundary, as it were. And then for them to take down Atlantis, they were the first ones that got taken out. So it's almost like, you know, it's almost like your child going out and just doing something really bad and giving the family a bad name. It's that kind of vibe. So anyway, they said, no, this is what happened. And they said, we're not interested in what has come and gone. We're not interested in what was built and has now been destroyed. We're interested in this now timeline because we have chosen you. You have actually chosen us because you hold this frequency and lineage. That's a whole new word. We're going to put that in Marie's dictionary. Lineage. I'm just making up my own words as I go, but you get the gist. Anyway, they came in and they said, right, you're building the new earth. It's and then they showed me that they're actually deeply connected to the Great Pyramid, as am I. It all started to make sense. But here's the big thing. They're also one of the biggest holders of magic. And Marie's all about Heka, and they just wove together all of my mission and purpose. So these beings like landed. Now, I said to them, so, well, hang on a minute, like, because they are also, if you go right back, they are also the reptilian. I was just like, this does not sound very good. And they said, go back to the original teachings of us. You have to take it all the way back to the origin source code. So I did. Now they are a very mysterious collective, and not many people know many things about them, but they are here to help us build. They are here because they have very, very, very advanced technology. Their knowledge and wisdom's far surpassed anything on earth. They said they're bringing that back through certain beings now so we can actually build and get on with it. What has come to pass needs to be let go of, right? And I was like, well, okay, so I'm going to go back to your origin source codes. And they were like, please do. And I have done. And let me tell you, they have not left my side since. And they are very powerful, very heart-opening, very supportive, because they're here to help us build businesses. They're here to help us build pyramids. And by bypassing all of that drama that happened on Earth, same with the Essenes and everything like that, and tapping in here, it has given me an absolute clear, crystal clear stream of consciousness to work with, which has since activated my whole being and brought this part of my tablet of light, my blueprint, online. This is a part of me that has been lying dormant, probably because I didn't want to tap into this subconsciously. I didn't want to go there. And now this left ear is blown out. They've come to me in my dreams, and now they're saying, right, now we're here. Crown Center's itching as I speak, but they're like, keep it original source codes, cleanest, most highest stream of consciousness with everything and everyone that you channel. Because if you're to go in any lower, you can pick up distorted energies. So doesn't that make sense? We're not just up leveling here, we're up leveling here. So I will be sharing a lot more on their Shemsu Hor, but I just wanted to share that with you, that with all your practices that you're already doing, have some fun with it, open up, channel right, ask them where they want to take you in the stars. What's the origin source codes of your frequency? What do I need to understand about the, you know, this is the land of the first time, but kind of like Zep Tepi, this is also the land of the first time, the stars. So go back to the origin source codes. And as I'm speaking, my right ear is just gone, wee. So that's confirmation of all the star beings going, whoa, party time. So I'm going to leave you with this. And yeah, for those that are in construction like me, I don't know, I'm just pinging the Shemsu Hor on your radar because they're deeply connected to Toth, tablets of light, the whole thing. So exciting times ahead. And just to sign off, sorry, I said it was going to be one more thing. just to sign off, that many of you are going to be receiving brand new, it's going to feel like brand new upgrades with collective beings. You know what I mean? And what's going to happen is old beings that you used to work with are going to now step back. Brand new ones are going to come in. So you're either going to be upgraded with the ones that you're already working with, and or brand new collectives coming in. I've known about the Shemsuhor for a long time. I've read books on them years ago, and then they come blasting into my dreams, and now they're like, right, now we need to work. And I'm gone, it's making so much sense, but we've got to keep it here. Anyway, that's it. And that's all for today. That's your little tutorial on keeping it high vibe. So yeah, so anyway, as always, my little sign-offs. Conscious Expo on the 9th to the 12th of February. Watch out for that. I'm actually going to be talking everything Egypt and everything Tablets of Light Tour and everything Alchemy to do with the Heka Codes. And also look out, because I'm going to be posting some information about the 3 ceremonies I'm going to be holding after the expo is finished on the 12th. The dates will be released in the next few days, and I'll post it here on YouTube and Insta as well. And then yes, so see if you can come and work with these consciousness codes that I'm talking about. Let's get it into practice. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. We have such cool conversations. Love being with my soul fam. Thank you for always being here, and